So over the past 1 to 2 months, we have seen weakness in the oil and the energy sector in the world and even in the Singapore market. All right, and this sector used to be doing really well. I mean, since the Russian-Ukraine war happened in February, we have seen crude oil prices pushing up to more than $120, energy prices going up, and this sector was kind of like benefiting from it. All right, and what happens is, over the past 1 to 2 months, things have now shifted from like a supply concern, supply disruption that has happened since February when Russia invaded Ukraine, to now a demand concern, because there are now talks about a recession. So when there are talks about recession, that's where there's lesser demand for oil, for energy and all that. And that's where we're seeing prices coming down as well. So crude oil had come like pushed down below the $100 mark, and that's why we are seeing weakness in this sector as well. Alright, so in today's video, right, we'll be going through the top 8 most popular Singapore oil and energy plays right over here. So if you're looking at these stocks, you're holding on to it, you're looking to get in, maybe you have no idea which is the better one, this video will be for you. So this is pretty much a video we'll be talking about the top 8 most popular oil and energy plays in the Singapore stock market. So here's the list right here. Hey guys, Joey here, top tier MySale trader in Phillip Securities, and this is the list right here of the top 8 popular stocks. So let me just go through it before I dive into each and every one of them. Alright, so just go through the charts very quickly, about maybe 1 minute plus for each of them to cover as quickly as possible. So the first one would be Bumitama Agri, alright, one of those popular stocks as well. Geo Energy Resource, Golden Agri Resource, Golden Energy, Keppel Corp, one of those blue chips, alright, Rex International, RH Petrol Gas, and finally we have Sembcorp Marine right here. So these are pretty much the 8 popular oil and energy stocks that I get asked quite often as well. Alright, so we're going to dive into each and every one of them very quickly, and go ahead to give me a like or hit the subscribe button so that you will not miss out on any videos like this, and it will definitely help out the channel. Thank you so much for doing this. So let's dive into it right now. Okay, first stock, Bumitama Agri, one of those palm oil stocks. We were actually consolidating quite well above that 70 cents level from February to about June, and you can see right here we kind of broke this support level of 70 cents, and then the downside started to happen, kind of like push down, and we kind of broke this 60 cents level as well. So this 60 cents is actually quite important. You can see that this was pretty much the resistance level here, we kind of broke up, and obviously now it has turned to a support, which we have kind of broke down below. So this 60 cent support have been broken down, alright, and we are trading about 0.59, alright, which is below the 60 cents. So unfortunately still a little bit weak for now. You can see that the short-term moving average, this green line, is what we call the 20 days moving average, is still pointing down for now, and of course prices is still below this green line. So short term wise, it still looks a little bit weak, and of course we are still below that 60 cents. So we might actually consolidate right here. I think this is pretty much the range right now, from 55 to 60 cents. If we do break that 55, then unfortunately we might even go to that 50 cents, and this is pretty much where it will consolidate. So a good signal for any reversal would be if it can kind of like consolidate below this 60 cents mark for a while, and eventually we break up above this 60 cents. That could be a good sign of some short-term upside coming back. Maybe we might push up to like 65 to 70 cents, and that is where potentially we can hit to as well. All right, so just take note, this level 60 cents is an immediate resistance level that we definitely want to break above to see some upside coming back. All right, next stock will be Geo Energy, one of those popular energy plays as well. So you can see that right here we are trading about 0.42, and over the past like 1 to 2 months we have been kept below this resistance level at a 40 cents. So it's like kind of like moving up and down, and we actually formed some support at about 35 cents. So it's quite a good thing. All right, and actually I was like expecting to consolidate, and we might even break that 35 to hit lower, right? But I think that it did not happen. All right, so that's a good thing. We managed to climb back up above this 40 cents resistance level. So like a support, we broke down here, all right, and kind of like came back up over the past 1 week above that 40 cents. So not a bad thing. I think it's quite a good thing. It can show that buyers are prepared to take it higher above the resistance level. So right now I think that the range is about 40 to all the way to like 45, and this is also where the 100 days moving average line is as well. So about 45, I think 45 is where we are seeing some resistance and some profit taking is happening. So we might actually consolidate here for now. I think anything above 40 cents, it looks looks quite good in the short term. I move up and down, and of course eventually if we do break that 45 to 46, I think that could be a sign of more strength coming back, maybe up to the 50 to 54 cents as well. Alright, so this is Geo Energy, alright, looking quite good. At least there are some signs of reversal, and we actually managed to break that immediate 40 cents over the past week. Okay, next stock would be Golden Agri right here, trading about 0.26, right? So kind of like sold off after hitting a high of about 35, 36 cents. We kind of broke this support at about 0.28, whereby we have been consolidating for like about 4 months, right? We kind of broke this, and we are back to this 24 cent support level. So 0.24 has been holding for like a month already, alright, and it seems like it's still holding quite well, and this green line, you can see this 20 days moving average is starting to flatten out. So we are seeing a bit of sideways consolidation in the short term. Hopefully we can attempt to see a rebound all the way up to 28 to attempt a break above it. If that happens, good. That's where potentially we might see a bit of upside coming back above 28 to maybe that 30 to 34 level. Right, that could be the upside. So a bit of I would say the uptrend still looks quite good in the long term. Alright, you can see that this red and blue line, they are pretty much still red above the blue, so 100 days above the 200 days of moving average. So that's still a good sign. Alright, of course in the short term we did see some weakness, we broke certain support, but hopefully there's some stability coming back, and we can attempt to break this 0.28 resistance soon. Okay, another energy play to take note of would be Golden Energy, right? One of those volatile energy plays in the Singapore market as well. And you can see that we kind of like push up from like early of the year from like about 30-40 cents all the way up to like 80 over cents, and we were actually consolidating quite well above this support at 70 cents. We kind of like broke this 70 cent support, and not good. You can see that the moving average started to turn down in the short term, and then we become broke, and then it went all the way down from like 70 to about 45, 50, and we actually managed to find a little bit of a support over the past 1 month. Right, so right now you can see that now we are trading about 0.50551, so that's a little bit of a support being found at about that 50 cents. You can see right here, this is the 50 cents psychological level. It was pretty much the resistance level. So we kind of broke up here somewhere in March. Alright, this was a bit of resistance, it's turned to like a support, and of course the upside started all the way up, right? So you can see that we kind of broke down this 50 cents, consolidated, and over the past 1 week, right here you can see over the past 1 week we managed to actually climb back above that 50 cents psychological resistance level. So support, now we have broke a bit above it again. Alright, so that's a good thing. Alright, we kind of broke down and we have broke above this resistance level, so that's a good thing. Alright, I think right now in the short term we can't potentially see a little bit of upside above this 50 cents support level, maybe all the way up to like 55 to 60 cents. I think that's where some profit taking can actually come back again. And look at this, right? This is where the 100 days moving average line is, which is still pointing up for now. Alright, so this is Golden Energy, right? It looks quite good in the short term, but it's only like a few days, so we will see if it can actually hold above 50 cents over the next few days. If it can, I think that would point to a bit more upside in the short term, all the way up from 50 to 60 cents first. Alright, so this is Golden Energy, a little bit more volatile, right? So make sure you have a plan. If you're looking to get in near that 50 cents, have a plan just in case that 50 cents were to break down, we can actually see some weakness coming back again. Alright, so very quickly guys, we have covered just 4 stocks already, and that is Bumitama Agri, Geo Energy Resource, Golden Agri Resource, and finally Golden Energy, right? So 4 more stocks to go, and we'll cover now Keppel Corp, Rex International, RH Petrol Gas, and Sembcorp Marine. Let's go. So guys, if you like this video so far, I would appreciate if you can give me an early thumbs up and also subscribe as well, so that it will definitely help out the channel, and thank you so much for doing this, right? So let's dive into Keppel Corp right now, trading at about $6.63. One of those big caps in the oil and gas sector as well. You can see right here, we were actually consolidating above this very, very key support at the $6.40. Write it down. I think this support is really key. We've rebounded from it since like March. Look at this right here, one time, came down, rebounded, just about 1-2 weeks back, rebounded as well, and this is the range from 640 to about 660, whereby we were actually consolidating and found some support. So 660 would be like kind of like the immediate resistance level. We have kind of like touched and came down, but over the past few days it seems like we are attempting to break this $6.60 resistance level. So that could be a good sign, and I think if we can stay above over the next few days, potentially we might see a bit of trend coming back all the way to like $6.80 to $7. I think that could be kind of like the upside, right? So why $7? Look at this, $7 is where potentially we can see some heavy profit taking. Look at this right here. This is where we got a little bearish candle, something like what we call a shooting star. Same thing here, we can approach it, we came back down. So anything near $6.80, maybe $6.90 to $7, I think that's where selling can actually come back again. So if you kind of like enter here, I think it's good to also lock in some profits near there as well. All right, so this is Keppel Corp. I think it looks quite good above 660 for now in the short term. Okay, next Singapore stock would be Rex International, right? So for this stock, it looks a little bit bearish for now, and let me explain why. So you can see that there are some signs of what we call a head and shoulder pattern. This is like a head, we kind of like hit a peak about 48 cents. This is like a left shoulder right here, all right, and a right shoulder over here as well. So this is where you can see that when this pattern is forming, all right, we have a neckline about 0.25 cents. So this is where we kind of rebounded a couple of times. You can see rebounded. All right, so 0.25 is kind of like a very, very key horizontal psychological support level, and also it kind of like coincides with this head and shoulder pattern neckline. So the fact that we kind of broke down, right, let me just zoom in for you, we kind of broke down this 0.25 level. It's not a good thing, right? It's not a good thing below that 25 cents. It shows that sellers are pretty much prepared to push it lower, right? So the fact is now we are still below 25, I mean 0.235, so it's below 25. So anything below 25 cents, I think you want to be a bit careful. It doesn't look that strong, and of course the next thing would be in terms of the trend, there are some signs of weakness as well. Look at this right here. This is where the 100 days rate line, 100 days moving average, the rate line has kind of like crossed down below the blue line. So that can kind of like point towards a trend, turning from a bit of an uptrend to side and maybe down in the mid to long term for now, right? So not that good in that sense, and of course now we are below 25 cents. And the next thing would be this level. You can see that this 20 days moving average line, this green line is the 20 days moving average, is obviously still pointing down, and prices are still below it, right? So not a good thing in the short term as well. So a few things pointing to more weakness for this stock, especially below 25 cents. You can see right here, right? So this is the 25 cents level as well. It was originally the resistance level. It became support whereby rebounded, and yeah, I mean over the past 1 month we broke this support, unfortunately. All right, so this is Rex International, a little bit weaker for now. I think anything below 25 you want to be careful. Of course, hopefully, all right, hopefully if we can consolidate here, all right, and we do get above that 25 cents, then yeah, that could see maybe some bullishness coming back again, maybe in terms of the trend indicators will start to turn up, then we will look at it again. But right now, anything below 25, you just want to be a bit more cautious. Okay, next stop will be RH Petrol Gas, one of those popular energy plays as well. All right, and you can see we're trading about 0.21 right now. So I think that for this stock, it looks a little bit weaker as well. You can see we were actually consolidating above this support level, about 0.22. You can see this was pretty much the resistance we touched. We came down a little bit of resistance somewhere last year as well. And look at this right here. We kind of broke this resistance, and the upside kind of like started. It came there, consolidated, right? So this was a very, very key level, about 0.22, 0.21. I think that's a very firm resistance which has turned to a support, right? So this support, you can see we neared it, right? So it's consolidated, right? Kind of like consolidate lower, all right? We kind of like near this support, swing up, all right, and swing down again. We were holding above this support again, and over the past 2 weeks, unfortunately, it seems like we have kind of like broken. Look at this right here. So we are below this level right here. We kind of like broken this 22 cents support level. So a little bit shaky, I would say, because we do stay below that 22 cents, and of course right now maybe a little bit of a support coming back about the 20 cents. I think 20 cents would be a psychological support level as well. So far it seems like we are still attempting to hold above, thankfully, all right, but just want to be careful. I think the range is very thin, about 20 to 22 cents, about 2 cents, but if we do stay below that 22 cents, and even if we do break that 20 cents psychological level, all right, then you want to be careful. That's where potentially we might actually see some weakness coming back again, all right. And of course, looking at the trend right now, you can see that we are still seeing this green line. So this green line, as I say, is a short-term moving average, a 20 days moving average. Obviously, it's still kind of like pointing down. Prices still kind of like somewhat below the green line. So a little bit of weakness for now, right? And in terms of the longer-term trend, it's still looking good. I mean, of course, the longer-term trend rates is still above the blue, but it's kind of like pointing sideways. Blue line still there. So longer term still take a while to play out, but in the short term we can actually see some weakness, all right, below 22 cents for now. Okay, so this is Sembcorp Marine, all right, one of those really popular oil and gas stock as well, all right, trading at about 0.106, right? So over the past, I would say 6 months since the beginning of the year, we have seen what we call higher low. So you can see this is like a low we have formed somewhere around like March. Higher low, all right, higher low, and this is like a higher low as well. So that's a good sign in terms of the trend still pointing up. In terms of the uptrend, it's still looking quite okay in the mid to long term, right? So in the short term, we did see quite a good push. Look at this right here, from like about that 10 cents, we pushed up to about 13 cents, we sold off, went up to like 12 cents, came back down, and now we are consolidating. So short term wise, it can be a bit volatile as well, right? But right now in the short term, you can see that we have found a little bit of consolidation, right? And this range should be none other than the 10 cents to that 11 cents. Let me just go to draw it for you right here. So 10 cents to 11 cents would be the range right now. Why? Well, look at this right here. You can see over the past like 1 month plus, we have found a little bit of resistance here. I think somewhere around that 11 cents, that's where sellers are coming back, rebounded, came back down again. All right, and these green lines, you can see this green and red line, they are pretty much a sideways. For now, it was like pointing down. The green line now is starting to flatten out. Of course, this red line is still flattening out as well. So short term wise, maybe short to mid term, we are seeing a bit of consolidation, right, in this range from that 10 cents to 11 cents. So if they're looking to get in, I mean, this range, try to get in near the 10 cents mark. I think 10 to 0.101, 102, 103, I think this level would be a good entry to ride the range all the way up about 9% upside to 11 cents, right? So this is pretty much Sembcorp Marine. We are consolidating here. Let me just draw it for you as right here from 11 up, swing down, swing up. So it might consolidate here, it might come back down a bit, up, down. And of course, eventually, if we can break this 11 cents with a firm bullish price action, that's where upside can be revised all the way up, maybe towards that 12 cents level, right, which is pretty much the resistance level that we've seen somewhere around June, right? Kind of like touched there and we came back now. So that could be come the upside above 11 cents. Okay, so this is Sembcorp Marine. Alright guys, so there we have it. I pretty much covered the top 8 most popular oil and gas and energy plays in the Singapore stock market. So if you're holding on to any of them, looking to get in, maybe looking to get out, or maybe thinking whether you should exit and all that, I hope that this video has kind of given you an idea of some of the key levels. Certain stocks are a bit more bullish, certain stocks are a bit weaker, a bit in the downtrend. So I hope you now know which are which. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Alright, so let me know in the comments below what's your biggest takeaway, what are your thoughts on these stocks, and of course hit the subscribe button as well, or if you're not yet done so, that it will definitely help out the channel, and give me a like as well. Alright, so Joey here, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to see you in the next video. Thank you.